Aha, we've started. I'm looking for us down here on the computer while you're all checking in with me. Hopefully we have a good crowd tonight. Here we go. I found it. So as soon as we get more in, we can start talking more. This is Makers Monday number 52. I am Laura Mester of Laura's Stamping Legacy Studio. And tonight we're going to do a demo of, oh, hi, Sylvia, welcome in. Do a demonstration of a Drapery fold card that will be our next challenge card. But while everyone's coming in, we'll just chit-chat a little bit and look at a few new products. I want to wish everybody happy fall. It's finally gotten cool around here. And I couldn't be happier about that. I don't know about you, but it's been a long, hot summer. Hi, Melina. Welcome in. Just getting started and being thankful that the fall temperatures have arrived. So I really look forward to fall and winter. I don't know about you. I hope you're all doing well, by the way. Like I said, it's been a long, hot summer, and we deserve some cooler temps. While we're waiting for more people to check in here, and I will say the least favorite part, I love everything about fall except for the wardrobe switch over. It's never fun to try to find the clothes that are going to fit in that closet. So maybe some of you can relate to this struggle. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up. If there's share this. If there's someone that you know wants to watch, invite them on in. If you're having trouble hearing, let me know. It says live video interrupted. Hold on. Start it again if it doesn't work, girls. Here we go. Oh, good. I see Tanya's watching. My iPad's having difficulty, but I believe the sending out is okay. My iPad doesn't work on as fast a setup as my phone does. Still waiting for a thumbs up that you can hear me, girls. Let me know. Struggling with the comments over there. There they go. So, and like I said, I'll show a few new products until everybody comes in. I did get a few orders in recently, or at least one nice order. I'm going to be making a card for my in-person with this one. And I'll probably make the make and take for the, I'm doing a crop I'm vending a crop of scrapbookers the end of October. And have this Scotty set here, little Scotty bundle. Hi, Sharon, welcome in. For some reason, my phone's not showing the comments. I don't know why. It got to Melina and it stopped showing them for some reason. I know you don't want me to bring you on video, so I'm not going to touch that button. Oh, and I shouldn't touch the other one because you're all going back and forth now. It's easier to see what you're saying down on my iPad for some reason. But like I said, this is something new I got. The Scotty Punch. I've been wanting that the whole time since the catalog came out. It's in the July through December catalog. And the Christmas Scotty stamp set. So looking forward to making some things that some of you get to take part in if you come by. And one other thing I picked up that was on my list. If any of you have, here goes, mine's not going, my iPad's going out a little bit, but not my, oh, good. I'm glad you like Scotty, Sylvia. I can't seem to make the phone scroll up anymore with its comments, so I'm not sure why. And then it makes that happen. So we're going to stop that. This is, if you have anyone that does computer tech work, and my son is, or people that help you with your computer, this is a neat new stamp set too. Tech support, isn't this? We're talking about tech. But it's got really neat little sentiments. You auto-complete me. There's a I'm thinking of you with a capture thing. You know how that thing goes around and around and around when you're waiting for something that won't load. Sorry to hear you have a virus. Isn't that a good one? But anyway, the story behind this, if you didn't see it, there was a live that Sarah Douglas did. This was actually, the ideas were created from the tech work from the workers who work at Stamping Up. who are the main tech guys. They put together ideas. And then she did a live video with them making cards with this set. So that was kind of fun to watch. So, oh, I've said so much now I can't remember, Sylvia, but it'll come back to me. I hope you can hear me now. Hi, Sarah. Welcome in. So that was just a few little new products where everyone came in. I have a few other things to share, and then we're going to get to the demo tonight, which I know you're all eager to see. Let's see. The other thing I want to talk about is they've been running September specials, and this is the last week of them. So I thought I'd show you three. Oh, thank you, Sylvia. Three of my favorite things from this final week of the September specials. This is the Evening Evergreen. It's a really nice ribbon. It's a window pane is the style that it's called. I guess that's the pattern. So, and that's one of the specials right now that they've been running for September. I think you save $1.50 on this, which is a nice little savings on that. And then another thing on special, and I don't have this, I have to show it to you in the catalog, but I wouldn't mind getting this because their foil papers are wonderful. I think you may have gotten this, Sharon, I forget, but it's the Festive Foils Designer Series paper. And it's this right here. And you get 2 sheets of each. So you get 6 sheets and you save $2 on it. So I think it brings it down from 10 to 8 or maybe from 8 to 6. I could probably tell you right here. But it drops $2 off of it. So yeah, it comes down to 8. They're beautiful. It's a 12 by 12. Oh, you did. Their foil papers are wonderful. I did some stamping on, it's right over here. My favorite thing to do with foils, they kind of look metallic, some of them. And I did some stamping, or not stamping, embossing. And I think is this copper or is that gold? I think that's gold. But just, it's beautiful. Just looks metallic. Love anything shiny. Are you a raven? Don't ravens like shiny things? And then the other thing, that was the paper. So like I said, I think there's 9 or 10 weekly items for the last week. I was going to just highlight 3 of them. This is a really, and I'm dropping things, but that's all right. If that survived the shipping to me, my last box was beaten up and all my products were still good in there. These are, what are they called? Hold on. Sparkle and Shine Sequins, and they're right here. There's 1,000 pieces in there. If you look up online, they show you a very nice picture of them. There's kind of some, you know what a sequin shape. A sequin shape is like the circle with the hole in the middle. But there's also 2 different color stars, a white and kind of that pinky, iridescent pinky color that really lights up when the lights hit it. These would be great to use. I thought the stars would be great to use for a starry sky, whether it be winter or Halloween, but they're also great when you get ones that are that quantity, the 1,000. You can use those as shaker cards, and I don't have an example of that specific one, but kind of like it. They just made a shaker card right there with that Christmas one, so that would be really neat if I could shake it, but of course I can't shake it because it's only a picture. Shaker cards are fun to make. So those are the quick little things I wanted to talk about with you all. Oh, hi, Cindy. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I'm sorry we're missing Terry. But so that's all the product I want to show for tonight. I do want to say, too, those of you that saw that I was trying to schedule an in-person workshop at the house, I am going to go ahead and reschedule that. And I'm going to reschedule it to November 6th, which is a Sunday at 1:30. So, Susan, if you're watching, I know you were the only one that was interested in the one date of the 1st. So I hope the other one works for you as well. So, and then, there is something happening on the 1st, though. And I had mentioned that. I will make that change and post about the change in my workshop tomorrow or later tonight, depending on how much energy I have left. But they are having a virtual. Oh, were you going to come to that one, Melina? Can you come on November 6th? It's a Sunday. I'm just going to go ahead and change because we didn't have enough people that could come. No one had said for sure they were coming. So I'm going to change it to November 6th. So I had a post questioning about that, and I will go ahead and put it out there. It's a Sunday, and it's at 1:30. So I hope that works for you. But I only had 1 or 2 people. I need at least 3 to at least get enough around the table. But on October 1st, it is World Card Making Day, and there's a free virtual card making event. That's this Sunday from 4 to 7. And when Stampin' Up! Does one of these, they put out like the projects they're going to do. There's a PDF of that. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. I didn't want to lose you, Melina. I haven't seen you in a while. Watch for that post then. But anyway, when they do that, then you can just craft alongside of them. And I know people that have been getting ready for it, you order exactly what they're going to do and you follow along exactly what they're going to do. But you could kind of look at what they're going to do ahead of time. There's a PDF about it, and you register online to say you're coming, but it's all free, just so they, have an idea, so they can send you probably the link to hook into however they're doing it. And then it's kind of, you can watch along with what they're doing to create the cards, and you can create yours along with them. It is quite fun to watch along with that. So if you're interested, I'm going to post some posts about it, and it'll have the registration link, and it'll also have, I'm hoping, a way to attach the PDF for the instruction sheet. So then you can see what kits they're going to use, what stamp sets, and you can look to see maybe you have a stamp set somewhat similar, so you can make a slightly different card but follow along with their directions, which I've done in the past too. So watch for a post on this tomorrow too. So, because that would be kind of fun to do if you have time. And this is what the PDF looks like. So they tell you exactly what stamp sets they're using. Oh, might be close. And, what pieces of paper you need to go along with them and all of that. So I will watch for that. It'll be easier to explain. So, but without any further ado, we'll flip it down because we're going to talk about the card challenge. And this is, it's a vertical drapery fold card challenge. And there's a couple different ways. You can have a scene that you put your drapery fold over, kind of as if you're peeking out a window at what's outside. Wouldn't that be lovely to find outside? Or another idea, if you don't want to make a scene, don't make a scene, is just to put some DSP and then use that area to highlight a sentiment. So there's 2 different ideas of what you could do for the vertical drapery fold. I have done drapery folds in the past, if you remember. I had done one that was a horizontal, a little more complicated because you're doing 2 folds. So I thought we'd keep it simple and do 1. But the object is just to make a drapery fold. So if you're proficient at them, make whatever kind of drapery fold you want. Let's turn down, because I'm basically going to teach you how to make the fold tonight. So hang tight. I don't know if I have to go this way. I hope it doesn't make us upside down. We'll see. I forget. It's been a while. There we go. Going for a ride. If you're upside down, I'll have to come back. I don't think you are. Oh, we're backwards though. Oh, we are backwards. Hold on, girls. We're coming back. I didn't supposed to do that. Okay. Here we go. Sorry for the ride. You get to go for a ride twice. Now it shouldn't be backwards. I got to do these more often so I don't mess you up. There we go. You can read the word now. So often when you watch something, have you ever noticed that their words are backwards? And I'm always saying, wait, all you have to do is... This is not as easy as it looks like. So, like I said, don't worry about doing a complicated background if you want to. This is, I'll show you. I actually use water brushes, aqua painters, and I I squeezed my stamp pad to put some ink on there. I'll have to do another time when I show you how to do the aqua brush painting, but that's how I created the scene here. So you can create a scene however you wish if you're making one, or if you don't want to do the scene, you can do the one that's just the sentiment. So, but that's my little scene, wishing we were making a scene. And I did put this on, I don't know if you could tell here, because I don't know how the lighting is, but it is on glimmer white or shiny white, as it's called. You either have to do that or use, it has a little glimmer to it, but that resists the soaking you get in normal paper if you use the shiny or glimmer paper. Or you can use watercolor paper, so which we have as well. But that's the scene I created. And if you won't want to do that, you'll do this option instead if you're not making a scene. So, or you could if you had paper that was scenic, which is what I did with this one. So, darkness going on here. But this is the one we're working on, and the first thing you have to start with, it's kind of fun picking out your, those of you that like to do a lot of home decor things, it's kind of fun picking out your curtains. You can look through your fabrics. I find that gingham work well, anything with some kind of curtainy pattern to it. This was some old plaids that we had. This here, some of you may have the Lights Aglow paper. That came out of there, which is a current DSP pack that we have in the July through December catalog. And this was Tasteful, Simply Tasteful? What was the name of this one? This is a retired paper. Thought I wrote it down. In Good Taste. This was the In Good Taste paper. So that's the one I chose for the one I'm going to demonstrate tonight. This is the size you need. You need 5.5 by 5.5, and you have to score it. And you score it 1 inch, and then a 1/2 inch, and then 1 inch, and then a 1/2 inch as you go along. So your score marks will be, and don't worry, I'll put all this in a post in our group for those of you doing the challenge. You'll score at 1, 1/2, 2.5, 3, 4, 4.5. So it's 1 inch, a 1/2 inch, 1 inch, a 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and then a 1/2 inch. But I'll put this, don't worry. You'll be able to find that. You won't have to write it down now. The red one does look like wrapping paper. You're right. I didn't think about that before, Melina. Good point. All right. So let's get to that. If I mess up, I'm going to have to cut another piece. And I have more. So that's not a problem. So I'm going to score. Remember, there's a scoring blade. Some of you may have scoring boards. We used to sell a scoring board where you put it in and then you draw your score, your bone folder down. But this one, I'm going to use the scoring blade, which, where's my tape? The scoring blade is the light gray one, not the dark gray one. This is your dark gray one, which is your cutting blade. Just to make sure I don't mess up, I'm putting it all the way to the bottom and putting a little piece of tape on it. This one is your scoring blade. And I've switched mine because I noticed that most people, one person was leaving her scoring blade at the top. Since I haven't cut as much paper that I've meant to score. Raise your hand. Who else has done that? Cut their paper when they meant to score it. So we said your score marks are 1. So put your 1 here. I find it hard to see without this light on top, so I apologize if that's too bright, girls. I get very finicky about where I line it up. don't know if anybody else does that, but I do. All right. Now, where is it? Right there. Put that down. So there's 1. And then put it at 1.5. Two and a half. And DSP scores much easier. This is 3 than regular cardstock. So you don't have to push as hard. I'm probably pushing harder than I need to. Go from 3 to 4. Got it? And then you go to 4.5. Okay. That means your final end down there will be the 1 inch left that goes from 4.5 to 5.5. So you did 1 inch, a half inch, 1 inch, a half inch. That's it. We don't need our board anymore. So now you'll see that you have score marks in your paper there. I don't know if you can see. It's a little too bright for me. It's funny because when you hold it up to the camera, I don't know if you can see the folds or not, but you will as we fold it. So what you want to do then is you want your 1 inch fold to be in the front, if that makes sense. So, which is what it'll do because that's the way you've done it. So you tuck the ½ inch behind and then go ahead and fold it so that it'll be the 1 inch is in front and then the ½ inch goes behind. And you just keep doing that. And the 1 inch and then the ½ inch. Keep folding. And 1 inch. And I'm going to do our bone folder in just a minute. If you don't have a bone folder, you should get one because it really, I don't know, it just makes everything easier. So, get your bone folder, start pressing down. Okay. Okay. All right. That should be good for now. Just a nice firm fold for all of it. Okay. Now, that's that part. Next, oh, I was wrong. You do need your cut for one more thing, but you had to move it. I had to move it out of the way anyway. So bring this back, and now we're going to need the cutting blade. So get your cutting blade, because we have to make the bottom part of this not as there's some it's angled, so we have to make a cut. So make sure you have your 1 inch flap here and the other one's tucked under. So this is, and if you open it, we're going to cut a diagonal, and the diagonal has to be on the bottom. So this is the bottom. So now that you've opened it, you want to flip the bottom left so it goes over to the top right. So this is there. Okay. So this is one of your points. This point that you just flipped up and over goes in your top groove of your cutter. You know how there's a line where the cut runs along? So the point's going to go right in there. It doesn't have to be jammed up, just has to be in there. Then the other trick to this is the other point over here. This is going to be for our cutter, it goes to 1.5 inches exactly at the end of the white. So this is going to be at 1.5. So put the point up there in the groove and get your other point down so that it's down here at the 1.5 mark. We're cutting off that bottom diagonal. So just watch where your point went to. Get it lined up. 1 point here and the other point in there. So tricky because it's not flat until you flatten it then, but there you go. So get this up. I always, when I'm cutting something kind of off diagonal, I always start in the middle of the paper. So I put my cutting blade there before I went down. So I'm at 1/2 and my point is in there. So just run up and then run down. And you've cut off that piece of the paper, okay? So when you turn it over, it goes in this direction. So when it was square, I had to take this one to there to line it up to cut it, okay? That's the only tricky part, I think. The folding and all the rest was easy. It's just making sure. And if you don't cut it right, guess what? You got more paper, right? So now we don't need that anymore. And now it's just a little bit that I got to show you. So fold it back up. Get your good little paper snips. Nice, sharp, good pair of scissors. You have to go into, you have to cut the mark where the curtain gets held back. So we got to create that. So to create that, kind of go halfway in the middle there. You know, if that's 1, 2, 3, 4 inches, then I want to go at 2. Okay, so in the middle is about 2. So you got to cut in 1 inch, and you know that that's 1 inch. That top little panel to the fold is 1 inch. So just cut straight in till you cut through that. And you can double check it because it's got to be cut through, because you're cutting through the 1/2 inch that's underneath, and I just missed a little bit. So I'm going to make sure I snip it right there. Okay. So then when you fold it, then that's all cut through there on that 1 inch. So I cut through, when it was folded, I cut through 1 whole inch. So that cuts this inch, it cuts the 1/2 behind it and 1/2 into the next. So once you've done that, turn it over, and you're going to fold your diagonals back. So I need some light here, girls. And we're going to fold this back on the diagonal from the middle of that cut down to this point. And just kind of get a nice little, get the point down and that down. You're going to use your bone folder real good on this. And get the other one. Come here you. Okay. Be a little careful. You don't want to rip it anymore. Just get your point. And this one, there you go. So that is all the way there. Just bone fold that real good. Nice crease to hold it there. You're going to need tearing tape for this, or a really good adhesive, like the really good fuse adhesive. You're not going to be able to use your regular runner. Okay, so there's our curtain, ready to go. You got to put, and I did all of this. Now, I'm going to put the ribbon on first. And like you could use, I was trying to find a place for the sentiment on this card, and it just struck me that if I used cardstock for my ribbon, I could put my sentiment on there. Or you can use ribbon. This is a piece of ribbon. And you could tie a ribbon and have a bow here, which I was going to do, but then I didn't end up. So those are options you can do. I chose to do this and put my sentiment on there. So get this on there and bring it around and see if you're straight or not. Yeah, pretty good. So that's your tie back. I was going to use glue dots for this because you're holding something. Come here. We'll glue dot on him. Okay. Okay, let's check that we're still straight. Yeah, that works. Okay. And then I need to get another glue dot for this side. I think glue dots just hold really well. And I can watch as I go around with it to make sure it's straight. Okay, there we go. So there's the completed curtain. Now, you do not want to put, I'm going to get tear and tape. You do not want to put tear and tape on your bottom. You want your bottom of your curtain to have a little, you know, be able to wiggle room there. You're going to have it at the top, the long side, and the diagonal. So flip it over, and your bottom's down there. And find the end of your tape. Here it is. So do the long side. Whoop. And then don't do the bottom, do the top. Okay, there. And then do the diagonal. I think I should do, hold on, I didn't do the right direction there. So luckily, I didn't push so hard that I couldn't change the direction a little bit. So I caught the end of that diagonal. Yeah, you want to kind of come down like this and catch your other you can't see what I'm doing, but I went a little too far to this way, but make sure you come across your diagonal there too. So I wanted to catch this. I should have come a little bit more this way, but that's okay. That will work. So that will hold it on. So I'm not going to put it all together in front of you. I just wanted to show you this tricky part here. But then what I would do is you would get your card. You could finish your inside however you wanted. And then you put your front on there if you had a front, or if you're doing the other one, you would have the DSP and your sentiment. And then you would glue that down, adhere that down, and then I would adhere this down as well. And I would use tear and tape for this to adhere as well. This you probably don't need to, but, and then there's your card. I'm going to put embellishes on there to finish it and stuff. And you can make your card any way you wish. It's just, I gave you dimensions for the vertical drapery fold. I did not give you dimensions for the horizontal. Those are different, and you have to make two sides. And so if you follow along with what we did, you'll end up with, oh, hi, Terry, you made it. Welcome in. You'll have to go back and watch. But that's it. That's how to make. See, it's not that hard. It's just a little bit of thinking, which is a little easier when you don't have the camera in front of you. For some people, it might still be just as hard for me. But let me turn up. That's really what we had tonight, but I want to turn up and say goodbye to you all. So hang tight, and I'll answer any questions you might have. Okay. That should be pretty good. Might cut my head off a little bit, but uh-oh. Cut my head off. Sorry for the technical difficulties. So I'll just lean down. Oh, I know I can do. I can lower my chair if I touch the right button. There we go. It is. It's a lot of fun to make a drapery fold, and it isn't hard at all. I hope you're all still there. My iPad just kind of went out on me. So, yes, that would be a fun one to do as a get-together. Well, yeah, but you can do it yourself. I can do a get-together from that one sometime, too. Is that a hint, Sharon? Can you make it on November 6th? Is everyone still there? It was trying to tell me that there was a bad connection. Oh, it never likes it. Oh, yeah, I'm froze. Stick with me. I keep repeating. That's pretty neat. On the one that's frozen. I think I'm still live over here, hopefully. I think I have to go wait, leave it and come back in if you can, girls. I'm going to see if I can come back into it. Go back and refresh. There you go. If you're frozen, go back and refresh. Yay. Yeah, I had to find it on my iPad too. So this is good. I'm starting to see the problems you guys are doing. A lot of times when I move, it does make things. I saw that. My head kept bobbing up and down. What is she doing on that video? That's a different kind of video. It must be time to say goodbye because we're getting into bad territory here. So thank you all for watching along. Let's keep enjoying fall together, at least till the weekend when the remnants of, is it Ivan or Ian? Whatever the hurricane is. We'll finally get our rain, but it won't be the rain we want to get. So good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Oh, the challenge card, I forgot to tell you, the challenge card is going to run all the way through October 8th because we're having a Facebook room on October 9th. So go ahead, make your challenge cards and post a photo of your card in the group. Those of you who are watching who aren't in the know about the group or all that, it's connected to the page. So just find the group and you can be let in and you can take part in the challenge. Good night, everybody. It was really great to see everyone. It's been a while. I'm sorry I don't do these as often as I used to, but I do really enjoy when we get together. So talk to you again soon and watch for me to post information about the change in the workshop at my house and the free virtual Stampin' Up card event this Saturday. Good night. Take care of yourselves.